This is how to fix the brakes on a riding mower. I have an older Murray with a Briggs & Stratton engine, and this has a transaxle, which means you press in the clutch and then you shift gears. There's some newer mowers that have a hydrostatic drivetrain where you just push the lever forward and it moves on its own. But with this transaxle, it means there's a clutch and a brake pedal in one. And the clutch was working fine. I could shift gears, but the pedal went all the way to the floor and it wasn't stopping. It was rolling backwards. So here's where the clutch brake pedal is. And like I said, I could push it down, I could shift gears right here. I was able to shift gears just fine, but it wasn't stopping. It would continue to roll. The good thing is it's really easy and free to fix. All I needed to do was first clean out all the gunk and debris and dirt and grass clippings with a screwdriver, and then use a 1/2-inch socket or a 1/2-inch wrench and tighten up this nut. And let me show you where it is. Now, looking at the back of the mower, the culprit is right here. That is the nut you want to tighten. But like I said, the first thing I did was I got a screwdriver and I cleaned out all this gunk in here and below it, because this is your disc brake. That's the tension nut, and underneath are the pads and the disc. So I cleaned out all this dirt first before I did anything. You can still see there's still some in there. That got all gunked up, and that might have been a problem. But this nut was still very loose. So what I did is I did a half turn, and then I took the mower and I rocked it back and forth, and it was still free. I did another half turn, rocked it back and forth, and I did this about 3 or 4 times until when I started to rock it, I could feel a little bit of tension and I could feel the brake pads starting to rub a little. And when I did that, I did a little more turn. You don't want the brake pads to be rubbing. Now, when I got to the point where I could hear the brake pads rubbing and there was a little bit of tension, you don't want to tighten it too much where you're grinding those pads off, but you want enough tension so when you push the brake, it doesn't go all the way to the floor. So right now you can see it rubs pretty freely. I don't hear any rubbing in there. And now, when it's in motion, I press the brake, it stops. It's not moving. So that's all you have to do, is clean up all the gunk and then tighten this 1/2-inch nut to get tension. When I started, this was way off on the end, and now it's much tighter. So just like that, tighten it up a little and rock it. Make sure it runs freely, no rubbing, but that you have enough tension on that brake pad to engage the brakes on that disc. So, like I said, really easy, really quick fix. Hope it helped. Thanks.
Well, I hope you liked the video you just watched. If you did, feel free to subscribe by clicking the button on this side. You can also check out all the videos I've done, the playlist from things I've built, things I've fixed, home repair, 3D printing, and on this side you can check out a recommended video similar to the one you just watched. And as always, down in the description I'll put a link to my blog, which has more pictures and more information about the video you just watched. Thanks.